Hello friends! Welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon. Oh my god, all of Waltz's route has just been so intense. I feel like there's so much plot coming at me like poof, poof, poof. So, I'm so hyped. Let's get cracking. Chapter 7, The Witch and the Crystal. Oh my god, I already know where this is going. And I don't like it. I mean, I like it because it's cool plot-wise, but dear God, I'm nervous. Okay. I feel that I cannot trust my eyes because it is indeed Mother standing before us. Oh my God, and there she is. The woman, the myth, the legend. She looks the same as when I last saw her, like she has just been sleeping all of this time. Oh my God. What is Hildir doing here? Is that the Crystallum Tenebrarum? It is. She looks like she has been trapped inside the crystal, but how? Well, somebody has been messing with stuff. That's what I think. That's what I know. No, she passed on 4 years ago. This is impossible. Oh, come on. There we go. A lovely surprise, isn't it? No, not so lovely. Ugh. The king immediately moves to stand in front of me. Sir Mithros saunters toward us with a wide smile on his face, looking unperturbed. Isn't she exquisite? Even in slumber, she is still so beautiful. What is the meaning of this, Mithros? When Mithros does not answer, the king reaches for his knife and frowns. What exactly are you and Alcaster planning? I am offended that you are associating the two of us. My goals are different from Alcaster's. My only wish is to see my queen again. Alcaster is the one who was after your throne. What are you going to do with Mother? I plan to revive her. What? I stare at Sir Mithros, shocked. Revive Mother? Is it even possible to bring back the dead? She is still alive, dear princess. My queen is only sleeping. Her link to the Tenebrarum has allowed her to survive all these years. She infused the last of her power with the crystal and merged with it. She was wise, yet even as its light grows dimmer, so too does the light of her life come close to being extinguished. Ooh, okay, so if she doesn't get released, then she'll die? Once you have fully accepted your role as the new bearer of the Crystallum Tenebrarum, her link with it will be severed and she will die. Okay, that's progress. That's why I need you, princess. I need your powers to bring her back to life. What? No, leave her in there. She was supposed to die 4 years ago. I do not like zombie witches. Regular witches, that's fine. But zombie witches, that is where I draw the line. On your 18th birthday, you will inherit the crystal's powers. And with that power, you will revive my queen. Isn't this what you've always wanted? To have your beloved mother back? It is true that I have always wished for Mother to come back. But Delora and Parfait told me the truth, and now that is the last thing that I want. What if Mother ruins the kingdom once again? I will not let that happen. I will not let my kingdom fall into darkness again. Good! The king charges towards Sir Mithros with a knife in his hand. No! Be careful, Dad. But Sir Mithros easily sends him flying backward with a flick of his wrist and a magic spell. The knife falls to the ground just a few feet from where I stand. Your Majesty! I'm about to run to him when Varg steps out of the darkness of the room and points a sword at the king's throat. Don't move, princess. Otherwise my hand might slip. I freeze in my spot. Varg! Don't be mean. Has he been here this whole time? Now, princess, you have an important decision to make. Help me revive the queen and save the king, or run away, and he dies. My life is nothing compared to the lives that will be lost if Hildir is brought back. I will gladly trade my life for any of the lives she would steal. Oh no! Princess, I already know what you're gonna do. You big fat dummy. Foolish king. You cannot gamble with your life when it is no longer in your hands. Sir Mithros growls at the king before facing me once again. He flashes a crooked smile. How about it, princess? Oh my god. I love that they're giving it up to me, because I thought they were just gonna have her pick, and she was gonna pick agree, but I'm gonna be myself and pick what I want, and I'm gonna pick decline. I cannot let Sir Mithras kill the king, but I cannot let him revive Mother either. If I can just improvise, I might be able to hold them long enough for some backup to arrive. Ooh, smart princess. I catch a glimpse of the king's knife, which is just a few feet from me, when an idea strikes me. Waltz, Parfait, Delora, they have to come for us. I refuse. Okay? What? Sir Mithras looks at me, irritated. The king, however, looks relieved. The king's blood shall be on your hands, then. Varg! I quickly lean down to pick up the knife and hold it to my neck. Princess, what are you planning to do with that? Put that down before you hurt yourself. Let the king go, or I will kill myself. I know you need me to revive Mother. Ha! Do not take me for a fool, princess. I know you do not have the courage to die a martyr. Annoyance simmers within me. Oh, are you sure of that? I swallow as I press the blade to my neck. I feel the sharp edge cut through skin, but the blade does not go deep enough to hit any vital parts. I cringe as my body is racked with pain and tears blur my vision. I am scared. You fool! Sir Mithras' face is pale as he attempts to step toward me. Now you see my resolve. Let the king go. Mithras. Mithras curses under his breath, his outstretched hand clenching into a tight fist before he draws it back. It's working. I feel myself relax, but my hope is short-lived and foolish. Oh no! Magic. Magic. Mithras casts a spell and the knife goes hot in my hand. A scream escapes my mouth, as I fall to the floor and clutch at my injured hand. You have been a very bad princess. Your mother would be disappointed in you. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, I'm very disappointed in her, so how about that, bub? I glare at Mithras, but he only clicks his tongue, face stern. Excuse me. I took a sip of coffee and it went down the wrong way. This would have been so much more pleasant if you'd chosen to work with me, princess. Oh god. I will get what I want, princess. Even if I must break you to revive my queen, I will do it. I will suffer the consequences for it later. Mithras turns to Varg. Varg, put them both in the cells. I take a few steps back as Varg approaches us. All I manage to do is back myself into the wall. Varg looks at me unamused, like a cat toying with a mouse. He takes another step, but I do not get to see the movements he makes afterward. Oh no! A bright light engulfs the area, eliciting an agitated hiss from Mithras. Magic, but how? Is it Waltz? I'm gonna guess Waltz. When the light clears, Varg is still standing, his eyes on my feet. I follow his gaze. No, it's me! It's my good deed! Oh my god, I did it! My shoes have been replaced with 2 beautiful glass slippers. I broke my curse. What did I do? The king looks at me, his eyes hazy. He opens his mouth to speak, but then stops when Mithras comes to hover just above him, his expression fixed into a glare. Oh, how charming. But your broken curse will not help you now, princess. Now be a good girl and allow Varg to escort you to your cell. Will I have magic now? No, not until I turn 18. April. Get everything straight in your brain. Varg takes us to one of the prison cells and locks us up. This time be a good girl. Don't try to escape. I scowl at him. He only smirks in response. Feisty as always. He flashes me a lopsided smile before taking his leave. Okay, April. The king quickly takes my hand in his and pulls me down to the floor to sit beside him. He reaches into his pocket, then withdraws a handkerchief. What is he doing? He neatly folds the cloth and leans toward me. I cringe back on reflex. He gingerly presses the handkerchief onto my injured skin. I cringe as I feel the pain. Oh, good! right choice. I am so sorry, April. Your injury is my fault. You have nothing to apologize for. I did it to save you, and yet here we are. I am the one that owes you an apology. I turn my gaze away in shame. The king cups my cheek and turns my head so that I am facing him. The gesture is so gentle, it moves me to tears. A father should be the one to protect his child. Always. His face is twisted in pain as he stares at me, eyes brimming with tears. I see the recognition in his eyes. Having reunited with my father like this makes me realize that I still cared for him. Please forgive me. I already have. The words take a great weight off my heart. It is as if the ice that has been shrouding it for so long is finally melting away. Without another word, my father throws his arms around me, trapping me in a warm embrace. This is the first time he has ever hugged me. This is the first time he's ever hugged you. That's awful. I'm so sorry it took this long. I feel tears brimming in my eyes, and soon I am crying as I bury my face into my father's shoulder. I am sorry. Please forgive me, my dear daughter. We stay like this for what seems like a lifetime, leaning against each other and crying, silently asking for forgiveness. Once we are more relaxed, I sit down beside my father and tell him what has transpired since I was cursed. His expression becomes darker with every word that I speak. Sorry, I needed a sip of coffee after all of that emotion. So emotion. You have suffered so much, and I have not been able to ease that suffering in any way. No, my life as a commoner showed me things I had never appreciated before. It was more fulfilling than my life in the palace. The moment I became cursed might be the first moment I started truly living. I take a deep breath as I contemplate the question that has been in my heart all this time. Your Majesty, have you ever loved me? I am terrified, but still I force myself to look right at the king. I have always loved you, April. I value you more than my own life. You are my everything, my daughter. I blink at him, my eyes filled with tears. I've waited so long to hear those words from you. If you loved me, why were you not there for me? Why did you let Mother do this to me? Was it because I was her daughter? It is true that you are her daughter, but you are also mine. I don't even remember how we... His voice trails off and he avoids my eyes. He sighs softly. I was put under a spell then. Oh my god! Dude, that's rape! Months later, you came along. I thought I could never bring myself to love you. Not when you were the witch's daughter. But you were different. She was darkness and you were light. And then she corrupted you. Hildir forbade me to get close to you. She was afraid that I would influence you to betray her. She told me that she would steal you away completely if I ever approached you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing my own daughter, so I did as she demanded. I had to watch you grow up from afar. I had to push you away. The only thing I could do for you was help you celebrate your birthday every year. The birthday surprises every year. The letters that led to the secret birthday rooms. Those surprises were always the highlight of my birthday. This whole time, it was you who planned those surprises. I could not let you know that it was I who planned those surprises. The beautiful smile you had on your face when you saw all of your gifts was more than enough. I'm really sorry for everything, April. For not being a good father, for not being there for you, for pushing you away. After your mother died, he pauses and shakes his head. After I had thought she died, I thought I might make it up to you. But I failed miserably as your father. You were already so far away from me. It wasn't your fault. She threatened you. I tried to get close to you, but I drove you away. I do not blame you. I think back to all those times when he tried to talk to me or approach me. I would always walk away or refuse to talk to him. Because I hated him. I was convinced he didn't love me. I tried. But I tried too late and not hard enough. I should have tried to better understand you. I should have tried harder to see what your mother had done to you. I never expected any sort of forgiveness, and yet you still gave it to me. But now I'm at a loss as to what I can do to make it up to you. But you're here now. Right? I smile at him hesitantly, and he smiles back. He leans forward to place a kiss on my forehead, even as he wipes a tear away. I love you, April. I love you too, Father. He rests his hand on my cheek. Allow me to make it up to you. Allow me to protect you. You cannot bring her back, April. There would be too many consequences. There would be. Once she's here, how the hell are we gonna get her gone again? But if I refuse to help them, they will kill you. Father shakes his head and smiles. If I have to give my life to give you and our kingdom a brighter future, then so be it. Oh, what an honorable king. Princess, it's almost time to go. Father moves to stand in front of me. I won't let you take her. Varg doesn't answer. He silently tacks his cane to the ground, creating the same energy force as before, sending Father back into the wall with an invisible force. I need another sip after all that emotion. Oh my god. Father! Father staggers back to his feet and gazes at me with a pained expression. Don't do this, April. I ball my hands into tight fists. I have no other choice. I'm sorry, Father, but I cannot let them kill you. I try to smile at him reassuringly before walking away with Varg. The last thing I hear is him calling my name before Varg closes the door, and there is silence in the hallway. Oh my god. I am once again standing in front of Mother's crystallized form. It's time, Princess. Now, put your hands over the crystal. No, don't do it, Princess. Don't do it. I stare at my mother's crystallized form in silence, but fear takes hold of my body. Time is of the essence, Princess. I do as commanded and set my hands on the surface of the crystal. No! What? What? Moments later, the clock strikes 12, and my body suddenly grows heavy. Oh no, she's coming back. She's back, baby. A strange power begins to flow through me. What is happening? I attempt to pull my hands back, but to no avail. Not only are they heavy, but they feel as if they are glued to the crystal. Even as I struggle to move, I feel my energy dimming as the crystal grows brighter and brighter. Yes! Yes! I blink a few times as tears begin to sting my eyes. I bite my lip in an attempt to keep myself from falling unconscious, but the effort only makes me taste blood. April! Oh, I'm just doing the kid version. Oops. Ugh! Waltz, help! I need help! Out of the corner of my eyes, I catch a glimpse of Waltz by the door, his hand glowing as he prepares to cast a spell. Waltz? Waltz's eyes meet mine, his expression contorting in anger as he turns to glare at Mithros. This is madness, Whoops. One of my D&D compatriots is named Mirth. You're too late, Waltz. Just a little bit more and the energy transfer will be complete. And my queen will be free from her prison. Ugh! I won't let you do this. Magic! Waltz releases his spell at Mithros, who quickly conjures a shield to protect himself. I feel so weak. I feel my knees giving out. The next thing I know, Waltz stands beside me with a dagger. He drives the edge of the dagger into the Tenebrarum's surface, cracking it slightly. And then I am free. Waltz catches me in his arms just before my body hits the floor. Stay with me, April. My body relaxes when I feel his arms around me. I squint at his face, but his features are blurry. I have to blink a few times to clear my vision. Oh man, okay, I knew you'd come back, or what took you so long? Here in my character development, I like this one. I knew you'd come back. Thank you for trusting me. Yeah! I knew that was right. How could that not be right? I will always come back for you, no matter the risk. Thank you. Don't speak, princess. Save your strength. How did you get in here? Magic battle. It's a magic battle. What? It looks like we made it just in time. Parfait steps through a hole in the wall that her outburst of magic crafted. She looks solemn. You. How dare you show your face here? You, who tried to kill my beloved queen. Kill? Mithros raises his hand to cast a spell, but Parfait quickly freezes him in place with a flick of her wrist. I'm surprised, but then I realize that Parfait is the Lucius bearer. Even in her weakened state, it seems she is a force to be reckoned with. She turns to face me with a weak smile on her face. As the bearer of the crystalline Lucius, it is my duty to stop Hildir. Such was my goal, even back then. Even when the two of us were dear friends. While Parfait is speaking, Varg slowly moves forward with his cane. He seems just about ready to bring it down to the ground when Parfait turns in place and casts a spell. More magic battle! The magic hits the cane head-on, shattering it on impact. Varg, however, seems surprisingly calm. It's a good thing that wasn't the only weapon I had, huh? Varg suddenly charges toward Parfait. Something silver and sharp glints in his hand. No! Careful, Parfait! Parfait doesn't even move as she casts another spell, knocking Varg back against the wall. Oh, thank goodness. The knife in his hand clatters to the ground. Varg staggers back to his feet. The mask covering his eyes falls from his face as he stands. When he looks up, I feel my blood turn cold. Fritz. Varg wags his finger at me, his smile crooked. Maybe I look like him a little, but you can't seriously think we're the same person, can you? I clutch Waltz's shirt between my fingers as I stare. Everything begins to feel hazy once again. What is going on? April. April! Donkey! I hear my father before I see him. When I turn, he is limping toward us with a pained expression on his face. I can only assume that he has somehow made it out of his cell, or that someone helped him out. Waltz's arm is still there to support me as I walk toward my father. Father reaches out to touch both my cheeks. His warmth makes me flinch. You're cold. I will be fine. Father clenches his fist and turns to Mithros. It is over now, Mithros. Not quite. No! Is it Hildir? Is she here? Oh my god. A bright light suddenly surrounds the Tenebra room and the whole room is engulfed in white. I should have killed you a long time ago, dear Gennaro. It's Hildir! Oh, no! Oh! Father, no! I'm unable to see what has happened, but as soon as the light disappears, I see what horror has happened before me. Of course this happens to him now, after we finally reconnect. I'm so angry. I scream when I spot the large gash in my father's chest. Blood pours from a wound, a blade of light. I catch my father in my arms as he stumbles back. Waltz quickly comes to stand beside me to help support him. Father! Now this kingdom is mine once again. The voice is familiar, but distantly so. It is the voice from my memories. I look up and suddenly there she is. My mother stands before me, beautiful and regal. Her eyes are cold, lacking in any kind of love as she looks over me. April. Welcome back, my queen. Mithros, who has somehow managed to escape from Parfait, is now down on one knee before Mother. No! No! I am so mad right now. Hildir. Hello, dear Faye. It's been a while. Parfait puts a hand to her chest as she begins to cough. She collapses to her knees. You have grown weaker since we last fought. Oh my god. Lady Parfait! Mother's eyes snap to Waltz and narrow. I see that the traitor is here too. I also see that you've managed to reunite with my daughter. Mother flicks her wrist as she casts her spell. No! You will pay for what you did to me. Step back! Oh my god! The bearers fight. Oh my god. Parfait quickly steps in front of us and an invisible barrier appears just as Mother conjures a series of sharp ice projectiles. They bounce harmlessly off the shield, but I can feel the rumble in the ground as they tumble down to the floor. Put up another shield! Put up another one! If I've learned anything in this playthrough, it's that you always put up a second shield after a big attack. Parfait is still kneeling on the ground. Now I can see blood on her lips. No! April. I look down at my father. His shirt is soaked with blood, but his eyes are still barely open. Father, I feel tears brimming in my eyes. No! Oh no. The room fills with light, this time emanating from the floor. Slowly, our surroundings begin to blur. Go then. Run away, Parfait. That's all you've ever done. Parfait's voice is pressed in pain as she speaks. We will stop you, Hildir. The last thing I see is Mother's wicked smile. Then the light swallows us whole. Oh my god. When the light fades, we are back in the March-In. Parfait is still on the ground, though now she seems like she might sink into it. Lady Parfait! I'll be fine. Just call Rumple. Quickly. Waltz darts from the room immediately. Father, please hold on. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. My father's clothes are now dyed a thick crimson that stains my hands and dress. Moments later, Waltz returns with Rumple. He rushes over to the king the moment he sees him. Rumple tears my father's shirt open, revealing a deep wound on his chest. He quickly looks over his body, then attempts to apply pressure to the wound, but the bleeding does not stop. He's lost too much blood. Can't you do something? I will do my best, but there is only so much I can do, Princess. I cannot perform miracles. There is a faraway look in his eyes as he says this, an almost pained expression on his face. His helpless expression makes the panic surge in me once and again. You call yourself a doctor! April. Oh. April, calm down. I cannot lose him, Waltz. I don't have much time left, April. I turn to look down at my father, my eyes filling with tears. No, don't say that, Father. I wanted to see you become queen, but it seems that this is the end for me. I collapse beside Father, and he reaches up a shaking hand to touch my wet cheek. Protect our kingdom. I can only nod at him. I will always be with you. I love you, April, and I am proud that you are my daughter. Father smiles at me, and it is so genuine and warm that it brings fresh tears to my eyes. His eyes slowly close, but the smile never leaves his lips. Father? I shake him, but he does not react. No. I lean over my father, willing him to come back, to open his eyes, but he is no longer breathing. For the first time in my life, I cry for my father. Oh my god. Poor princess. Ever since my father's death, I have locked myself in my room. I am filled with constant grief and pain, but I become numb on the inside. Even when I want to cry, the tears won't come. April, I brought you something to eat. I am in no mood to eat. Walt sets the tray down and walks toward me. The blankets crumple as he sits down beside me. Slowly, he wraps his arms around me and strokes my hair. What happened wasn't your fault, April. He did what any father would do for his daughter. He did not deserve to die the way that he did. By Mother's hand. I know. I curl my fingers into Waltz's shirt. I do not want to lose anyone anymore, Waltz. Waltz continues stroking my hair. It'll be fine. Promise. For now, you need to rest, April. I'll be here by your side until you fall asleep. He plants a kiss on my forehead and I close my eyes, relishing his warmth. Waltz's hold is firm but comfortable, and I sink into his arms as I fall into a dreamless sleep. Days later, the palace announces father's death. It isn't long before Alcaster is given his crown. The announcement of his ascension comes with an explanation of the king's death. The palace paints me as a criminal, telling the townsfolk that I was the one who killed the king. I am labeled a fugitive, and the royal family is officially declared missing. We have all been in hiding together since then, the royal family included. Now it has been 2 weeks since father died. The longer time moves on, the more aware I become of one gaping realization. Mother has not yet shown herself to the public. What could she be plotting? I place my hand over my heart, willing the pain away. Every time I think of Mother, I remember the sword of light that went through my father's body. Enough time has passed. Even though I am suffering losses, I cannot stand idle. I have a promise to fulfill. I will protect our kingdom. I am about to go back to my room when Parfait calls me. Dolores stands beside her. April, can we talk with you? I look away, avoiding their eyes. What is it that you want to discuss with me? It is about the Tenebrarum. Despite Hildir's revival, it appears that the crystal's light is still dim. That can mean only one thing. Hildir is still weak. Still weak? The energy transfer didn't finish! Hildir was absorbing all your powers when we found you. We interrupted the process. The crystal was not able to absorb all the magic you now possess. That is why she is still weak. Also, there was something else that bothered me about the crystal. Something odd. Odd? A bearer has a very strong bond with their crystal. A mutual relationship of sorts. But that bond was absent when she returned. What are you saying? It seems as if the crystal is forsaking their bond. What? It seems even the crystal knows that Hildir's time has come and gone, Princess. The crystal has already chosen you as its next bearer. Heck yeah! It's a small blessing, but it doesn't change the fact that Hildir is still the strongest witch. Yeah, but she ain't got no crystallum. I do. Yes! Oh, I just flicked my own hair into my face. Blech. At least, that is what she wants us to think. Ha! Parfait and Delora exchange a glance. The crystal has chosen its next bearer, and you have just as much potential, if not even more. Delora turns to me, her usually lax expression more solemn. Are you ready to learn magic, April? Magic that you will potentially use to defeat your mother? I have never used magic before in my life. I have never been raised as a witch, and using magic to defeat Mother, I do not know. Well, regardless of what decision you make, we'll all be here to support you. Delora and I want you to know that. How is it that they are still willing to help me when I was the one that caused this whole mess? I need some fresh air. I begin to walk toward the door when I see Ophelia walk in from the tavern. Our eyes briefly meet, and she opens her mouth to say something, then stops when I shake my head. I do not want to hear her blame me for my father's death. Certainly that must be what she is thinking. Ophelia frowns, but does not speak. I quicken my pace, almost running as I head into the forest. Oh, poor princess. The night is silent and calm, and the only sound I can hear is the gentle sway of the grass as I step through it. Mother is back because of me. If I hadn't revived her, Father would still be alive. How am I supposed to face everyone knowing that? Waltz has been trying to cheer me up. While I appreciate his company and concern, even he cannot help me come to terms with my mistakes. I hear footsteps behind me. I turn to see Waltz approaching with a frown on his face. April, please, I am not in the mood to listen to your reassurances again. I do not need you to tell me again that this was not my fault. April, your father wouldn't want to see you like this. Oh my god, my mother wouldn't. Oh, blah, 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 blah. How would you know what my father wanted? I snap at him without meaning to, not bothering to hide the irritation in my voice. He'd want you to walk forward, not linger in a past that cannot be changed. You've been distancing yourself from us since the king passed. Don't think I haven't noticed. Why is that? Because this is the only way I can keep them safe. Okay, I'm not gonna gaslight him. He knows that I know that he knows that I know that he knows. You know that I'll always be by your side, April. Shouldering the burden will only worsen your pain. Worsen? I already know the pain of losing someone that I love. I have brought nothing but suffering to those around me. I cannot get close to anyone again lest I put them in danger. I have already lost my father. I do not want to lose anyone else. Especially not you, Waltz. Oh, thank God. Waltz's eyes widen as he stares at me. I want to show you something. Keep your eyes open, April. You can't miss it. Waltz snaps his fingers and golden orbs of light suddenly spring to life around us. Oh. Oh, it's gorgeous! I can only marvel at the orbs of light floating around us. They look like stars dancing through the night. It's beautiful. You cannot truly appreciate how bright a star is without darkness. Walt snaps his fingers again and most of the lights go out. During difficult times, the lights grew dimmer. He snaps again, till only one light remains. When you're all alone, it grows even dimmer still. There are things that you cannot do on your own, otherwise you risk snuffing your own light out. Another snap and the golden orbs return, this time in greater numbers. The lights are brighter than they were before. You're not alone, April. I love you. And it hurts to see you suffer alone like this. Oh my God! My heart is pounding so hard I fear it might escape my chest. In this moment, it feels as if time has stopped. And it is just the two of us. And all I can see is Waltz. As I stand here staring at him, I come to a realization. I love him. When did this happen? After a few moments, I realize that it does not matter. I stand up on the tips of my toes so that I can cup Waltz's face in my hands. I move before I can think, leaning over to place a light kiss on his lips. Oh. It's so beautiful. I feel an arm around me as Waltz pulls me closer. The kiss becomes more heated, and I feel a gentle flame stirring in my stomach, even as my mind becomes foggy. I feel his tongue on my lips, but when I part them, he is suddenly drawn away, his face deep red. Oh no! Look at this beautiful animation! Sorry, I needed to catch my breath. I feel the heat in my cheeks, and have to fight back my embarrassment. I just kissed Waltz. And look up at Waltz, suddenly realizing how close he is to me. I quickly bury my face into his chest to hide my embarrassment. Waltz's chest rises and falls with his gentle laughter. You're so cute. I close my eyes, allowing his warmth to envelop me like a blanket. I love you, my little star. This is not just your battle anymore, April. You don't have to carry this burden alone. So please, trust in me. Trust in us. I'm so excited. I am overwhelmed, but Waltz's words make me feel strangely light, as if a weight has truly been lifted from my shoulders. I will. Thank you. We should go back now, or else everyone might get worried. Waltz places a soft kiss on my forehead and smiles at me as he pulls away. He extends a hand toward me. Let's go, my little star. I smile as I slowly take his hand. We walk back to the march in hand, momentarily forgetting about all the bad things that have transpired. Oh my god. Oh! Guys, that was so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Oh my god, Waltz is so great. I love this path. Oh my god, I was crying so much this episode. I'm so sorry. But I'm so excited to see what happens next, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye!